Welcome back, guys. Today we're going to do a coconut cream pie with meringue, all homemade. This is a really simple pie and it is gorgeous. The end result is just beautiful. So if you haven't tried to do this from scratch before, I would really recommend it. It's really, like I said, it's really simple and it's beautiful. So we're going to start out with a saucepan on medium heat, and we are going to add 2/3 cup sugar, 1/4 cup cornstarch, and we're going to add 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I've got all that in here, and let's go ahead and add the milk first. We're going to go ahead and stir in 2 cups of milk. So let's put the milk in first. Okay. And then we're going to combine, oops. And we're going to combine our salt, cornstarch, and sugar. And we're just going to basically stir it over medium heat until it is smooth. Okay. We're going to just go ahead and just heat this until it's thick and bubbly. And that's going to take a few minutes, but we want to get it real smooth first as well. So make sure that you just combine that really nicely. My mom's mom, my grandmother, used to make some really beautiful, delicious coconut cream pies. And I really think this recipe matches hers. She's passed away, so I don't know what her recipe was, but this is a really close match to that. I'm not fond of coconut, but this pie is delicious. So we're just gonna let that go for a few minutes until it's thick and bubbly, and I'm gonna bring you guys back once it starts to heat up a little bit more. Alright guys, I've been stirring for about 3 minutes and it's beginning to get thick, but we're just gonna keep going for about 5, okay? But you want to make sure that you stir this constantly so that it doesn't burn. It's really beginning to thicken up now. I don't know if you can see that. It's beautiful. This is really minimal effort for such a beautiful pie. It is one of the prettiest. Alright, so just keep going. Okay, this is thick and bubbly, so we're going to reduce the heat and we're going to stir for 2 more minutes, and I'll bring you guys back. I'm not going to make you wait through this, so we'll be right back. Alright guys, so we're at about 2 minutes and I've just been constantly stirring on low heat, and you can see how beautiful it is. I'm going to go ahead and remove it from the heat, and then we'll go to the next step. So we've pulled that off the heat. We're going to take 3 egg yolks, and I'm just going to add a little bit of filling to those egg yolks, and I'm going to stir really, really well. What we're doing is we're tempering these egg yolks. Okay, and I'm just going to add a little bit more. You just don't want to cook the egg yolks. You want to bring them up to temperature kind of slowly before you just throw them in here. Otherwise your pie is not going to be so good. Okay, we're just going to do just a little bit more there. Okay. And then we're just going to pour that back in and stir that in really well. Okay. Now we're going to bring this to a boil, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring you guys back over. Okay guys, so we're back on the heat. We're going to stir constantly just till it comes up to a gentle boil. And we're going to stir this for about 2 minutes. So let this go for about 2 minutes and then we'll come back. Okay, so we have stirred at a gentle boil for about 2 minutes. I removed it from the heat. We are going to add in 2 tablespoons of butter, a half a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and a cup of chopped coconut. Okay, there's a teaspoon or half a teaspoon of vanilla. About 2 tablespoons of butter. And 1 cup of chopped coconut. And you are going to mix all this until the butter is melted. Now I'm going to go ahead and set this aside. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and set this aside while we prepare our meringue. You want to keep the filling hot, so just set it aside and we'll continue on with that in just a moment. So let's go ahead and set up for our meringue. Alright, so I've set my filling aside and we're going to start on the meringue. We used 3 egg yolks earlier. We're going to take the egg whites and we're going to use those for the meringue that goes on top. So 3 egg whites and then half a teaspoon of cream of tartar. If you don't have that, you can use half a teaspoon, or I'm sorry, quarter teaspoon of cream of tartar. If you don't have that, you can use a quarter teaspoon of lemon juice and just put that right in with your egg whites. Now, another really good piece of information when you're making meringue, make sure that your egg whites are at room temperature or they might not set up properly. So we're going to go ahead and we are going to beat this until we get soft peaks. And that's going to be kind of loud, so I'll come back when they start to form. Alright guys, so I've just beat this for about a minute or 2 on medium, and when it starts to form soft peaks, you want to go ahead and add in a tablespoon of sugar, okay, at a time, and you're going to add in 6 tablespoons of sugar. And you're just going to keep beating on medium until a stiff glossy peaks form, okay, and the sugars dissolve. So I'm going to go ahead and do this for just a couple tablespoons just to show you, and then I'll turn you guys off only because it's so loud. So here we go. Okay, so you're going to do that on high and just keep gradually adding sugar until you've made it all the way through 6 tablespoons. And you want to do this until stiff glossy peaks form, and again we'll be right back. Okay guys, so it only took just a couple of minutes to get stiff peaks, and you can tell it's stiff when you lift your beaters out of it and it forms peaks. So we're going to set that aside. We're going to take our hot filling, and I have reheated it just a little bit. I have my oven preheated to 350. I'm going to go ahead and pour my hot filling into my pie crust, and you want to make sure it's baked. Right now I'm using a graham cracker crust, but you want to get all that filling out of that pan and into the pie shell. Okay. And then I'm just going to smooth that out a little. And then you want to quickly work, and you want to get this on your pie while it's steaming hot, and you want to make sure that you seal your edges with your meringue. And all that means is that you want to make sure that your meringue completely goes to the edge of the pie. Okay. And I'm a little messy here only because I'm trying to work quickly. Okay. And I don't know if I told you, but if you do this in a regular pie crust, you want to make sure that it's baked, your crust, before you pour in your filling. So again, just make sure that you get it all the way to the edges. Basically where you see no filling. Okay? And you can see I'm working my way around here. Alright. Now you can clean it up a little if you want. And then you can just make it pretty. Let's do that with a spoon, just to kind of give it peaks, just so that when it browns, you'll be able to see a little definition in there. Okay, and at this point you can sprinkle with a little coconut as well, just right over the top. Okay, and I'm going to throw that in the oven at 350, and then we'll be back. And I'll tell you guys how long it took. It's going to take about 12 to 15 minutes. You're only going to bake this until your meringue is golden. and that's because you've already cooked the pie filling. So we'll be back. So there it is, guys, our coconut cream pie with meringue. Homemade, beautiful. Like I said, this is a beautiful, beautiful pie. If you take a few more minutes with it, you won't have all the, the little imperfections that I have. But it's gorgeous and it is delicious, and I would really encourage you guys to try this. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. I got some awesome recipes and some really good ones coming up as well. And as always, guys, thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.